It's important for people to understand when they are looking for a lawyer to handle a catastrophic or brain injury case that they're hiring not only that lawyer, but for example, when someone hires me or our law firm, they're expecting and entitled to look to me to manage and handle all of these legal issues that we've talked about. However, that doesn't mean that I am handling everything on my own. For example, we have investigators who go out and investigate, take witness statements, obtain documents, etc. We have nurse consultants who obtain and summarize for us all of the medical records, and they can be boxes and boxes of records when you're talking about a catastrophic injury and somebody being in the hospital for months at a time. And we also have what's called a life care planner. A lot of people aren't familiar with that term. And what a life care planner does is study the medical records. They are medically trained people who study the medical records for each individual client. And they then, based upon their experience, predict and do a report showing how much their medical expenses are anticipated to be for the rest of their lives, given the nature and severity of the injury they've got. For example, if somebody's in a wheelchair and they're 10 years old and they're in a wheelchair as a result of this accident, they're going to need another wheelchair as they get larger. If they have a prosthesis, they're going to need another prosthesis. They wear out, and people change, and their needs change. And so these life care planners will take into consideration, based upon the experience and the statistics and so on, and the medical condition and the medical prognosis, what our clients' medical needs are going to be for the rest of their lives. And those figures can easily, and do usually, add up to several millions, many millions of dollars. That report and that staff member's report is crucially important in that we use and take to the insurance company to negotiate what the settlement has to be in order to provide this person with these medical expenses for the rest of their lives, because the medical insurance that they had is not sufficient to cover all of these additional expenses. In fact, many of the expenses that they're going to incur aren't covered at all by any medical insurance policies, but it does, if they have the money, add to the quality of life they're going to have. For example, if somebody's in a wheelchair and they're able to afford a van with a lift on it, then they're going to have some mobility. They may even be able to operate the controls, hand drive the van themselves, depending upon whether they can how well they can use their arms and hands and so on. But the insurance company, their health insurance company, is not going to buy that van for them. That's something that goes beyond what most medical insurance policies are going to cover. So another one of our responsibilities is to collect enough money from the responsible party's insurance company to allow them to buy a van. And by the way, not only buy a van today, but vans wear out. And so 7 years from now, they're going to need a new van. And that's where, again, the life care planner study comes into consideration, and we use that in negotiating a proper settlement with the insurance company.